All right, looks like we're up and running. I'm just going at it. Wonder what says I'm live, so I'm live. So here we go. Hey, what the last stream was February 10th? Yeah, February 10th. Let me just see if this thing's popping up on the channel. Probably not, but I got to double check. Welcome everybody so far. I got a couple comments in here. I got Troy M. Thanks for throwing that in there. Eagle Rare. And for an extra one, but I think if I get time, I'll do it, but I'm going with the straight rye for this. So let's see if this thing is even up and running, because I got to make sure, yeah, it's up and running. All right, we're going. The third bottle, well, obviously, well, hey, welcome to Bourbon Banters 2020. And I got to play my intro just to make it official. There you go. Made it official. Yeah, the third one is going to be a E.H. Taylor Straight Rye. So, but on the pictures to this live stream, it was the Four Roses Single Barrel and the Russell's 10-year. And it says I am going live, so I am live. Yep, I'm live. Need to get out of this thing now because I'm going to start screwing this stuff up. Jeff, he's in. Izzy's in. It's official. And Pablo Yankee Trojan. And if you looked at the title of it, it's for Pablo Yankees Trojan. And I figured, he goes, hey, do it any other day. I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, other days. So I figured, there's no football, thank goodness. And, a little tired of that. And they figured I'd just do a Sunday. It's a little bit early, plus it works out fine, because I got to get to bed early tomorrow night and have to get up early the following day on Tuesday. Take my wife to the doctor's for a procedure, nothing crazy. So better to do a dry, did a dry run yesterday. Better to do it that than last minute yelling and screaming at me for not getting her there on time. Make some adjustments. And just make my life easier. So it turns out it works out good. And I think Sunday's good. Sunday's a good time. A lot of people do their drinking, stay dry throughout the week and then drink on Fridays and Saturdays. This will give you a bonus day. You can drink, have fun. You got a reason, got an excuse. You can blame me. That's fine. I'm cool with it. But has it started? Oh, God. Okay. So mind you, Paul's not very good with technology. And it's up and running. Jeff and Izzy jumped in there. Obviously, they see it. They see it going. So Pablo Yankee Trojan, Paul, obviously the title of this live stream was for him, see if he can come out and play. And, I gave him all the accommodations, changed it to Sunday, and here he is. Not knowing if his system's up and running and has it started. Good Lord. All right. So I'm going to start off a little story. All right. So basically, I'm not going to compare them. I'm just going to, for $50 bottles that you can get, the Four Roses Single Barrel, and then you can get basically a Russell's 10-year, Russell's Reserve 10-year for roughly $45-50. So I'm going to pour a couple of these glasses right now just to get going and put them up in the back there. So I get nice, let me use my cameras to bring the image to you and to make it a little more professional. So it's not going to be a comparison. I'm just seeing what I, like, dislike. I like them both. They're great budget. I'm calling budget 45, 50 buck bottles. But I noticed some of the single barrels on the back, they have a little description on, the things that you should be tasting. It's like rice spice, apricot, pear, cinnamon, toasted oak. Russell's wild turkey type product. You're going to get the typical cinnamons. You're going to get the vanillas. You're going to get some oak, but it's each one's a little bit different. And, rumor had it that on the laser etch, there's no way for me to be able to show that to you, but there's a laser etch right at the bottom here. And if you were able to get an LLME, that was, it's basically year, date, month, and there's a code. And this bottle is a 4/10/2024 bottle where they, bottled it. But rumor had it that the this is an LLMD. The LLME was the highly sought after one because Russell's 15 came out in May, roughly. And that's when they bottled the Russell's 15, the highly sought after $250+ bottle, which I heard was fantastic. But the ones that didn't make the cut or the leftovers, I don't know, either one, they put them in the LLME. They blended it with the Russell's 10-year. So, and all you need to do is, the 10-year, it could add 12-year, 15-year, 80 years, but it's the lowest aged barrel that gets the lowest number. So you can have 10, 12, 15. It's going to be aged 10 years. That's the way it works. But if you were able to get the LLME, and I searched everywhere, just to see, because there's no way I'm going to be able to get the Russell's 15. And it's... And so I grabbed a couple of these LLMD, hoping maybe, I don't know, but they're going to bottle it the way they want, what have you. So I'm going to put these up over here and get this other camera up and going. But, already kicking shit everywhere. But that's what they say. They say, but you never know. They're both great bottles. They're great tasting bottles, $50 bottles, and it's pretty consistent with the price. So with the Russells, obviously a wild turkey product, Four Roses is a Four Rose product, but single barrel. I'm comparing a single barrel to a Russell's Reserve, basically a small batch. And I think the proofs are the Four Roses, I think, is 100. Let me see. I think the Four Roses is 100 proof. Let me find it. Yeah, the Four Roses. Yeah, Four Roses 100 proof. Russell's is 90. So they proof it down. But if I'll give you the rundown. Basically, the Russell's is obviously a wild turkey product, proof 90, 10 years, mash bill 75, corn, 13 rye, 12 malt and barley. Usually the Russell's and the wild turkey's the same mash bill makeup. Price $45, $50. All right, and then with the Four Roses. 100 proof, age 7 to 9 years, mash bill 60, corn 35 rye, 5 malt and barley. But they have two different mash bills they kind of could use, but I think that's the more popular one, the higher rye mash bill. But you never know. Well, I'm glad I moved it to Sunday. Get you involved, let you have some fun with this, but that's the start. So I reached out to Paul. Paul basically I go, hey, got any suggestions for a third bottle? and he threw out many bottles. And I go, dude, I don't have that. And don't have that one. Don't have that one either. He kept rattling off. He goes, what about the E.H. Taylor straight rye? I go, got one of those. So I got it sitting right down there. That'll be the next one. And if I'm still standing or sitting or not slumped over behind the wheel, we'll find something else. And I think Troy at the beginning threw out Eagle Rare. We'll round it off. Well, I got plenty of Eagle Rares. I got plenty. You know, I still got bottles in bins. Oh, I haven't even got a chance there. Now, speaking of the bins, so my wife decides she wants to build like a bookshelf type cabinet. So we got some cabinets and then some bookshelves above, you know, because I know she's got a lot of books. And she builds them, and, you know, I kind of threw out there, oh, hey, maybe I can throw some bottles in there, you know, empty out some of these bins, kind of put them, stuff. Okay, yeah, huh, yeah. You know, she's just talking away. She's you know, so I gave her, you know, hey, go load your books up, do whatever. You know, I have a few books, but nothing like what she has. And from my parents and my dad, I got a bunch of books, first edition books. So I go, hey, just unload this stuff, and, you know, hey, whatever space you have left over, I can put some bottles in. That way I can get them, you know, out of the bins into the garage. So they, you know, a couple days later, she goes, all right, well, I'm all done. I'm like, oh, cool. You know, how much room do you have left, you know, so I can put some bottles? None. I go down there. It's just packed full of books. So I still got bottles still packed away in the bins. So it's going to be a little while. So I'm going to look at some of these comments here. Unclear as many people as last time. Well, you know, we got to build this thing up. Oh, now I got. All right. Well, I gotta. All right, Paul. I know you got Paul here, but who's Pablo Yankee Trojans? I'm assuming that was you, unless you went to a different computer. Yeah, we're working on the book club. No, I'm just explaining that I lost all my space to put some bottles on a shelf in a cabinet for, you know, because books took it up. So, Mike, glad to see you in here. Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah. Is that the one where you know, the guy says, nevermore, you know, off The Simpsons? You know, I can't remember. Cat in the Hat. Well, no, actually, we have like 2 cabinets full of kids' books, you know, for when the grandkids come over, and when Dennis, you know, comes over, he can read those things. Don't look at the comments. I have to look at the comments because I even raised my platform on my laptop to get more close to the camera that I'm looking at right here, so I can look straight at it, so I can just look at the comments right here. Works great. I bought a little monitor. Boy, did I, you know, no good deed goes unpunished. Bought the monitor, whatever, ends up taking a shit on me. So call Amazon, and they basically tell me, well, you could talk to the company. Maybe they'll probably send you out one. Well, I end up going that route. Talk to them. Said they sent me one. They go, all right, well, can you send back your other one so we can do a little R&D on that thing and see what went wrong with it? I'm like, no problem. I'll do it. Where are you at? China. Yep, China. So I end up going to FedEx and ask them, hey, how much is this going to cost? Guy punches the computer, $178. I go, it was a $95 monitor. So I'm going to check with the Postal Service, see what they say, you know, and the people in China said they will pay me back for the shipping and all that stuff. So that would alleviate me looking down at the comments up here. So right below the camera, right below my hand would be the screen where I can look there and talk to you at the same time and be professional. Try to be professional. So back to where I was at. This one here, I'm going to take a sip on each one and see how it goes. You know, I don't know if you guys got that up, Jeff. I know you texted me right before. Did you grab a Russell's 10 or did you get a single barrel one? I don't know what you did. Jeopardy theme. You guys are killing me. See, I need to look at the comments so I can comment on your guys' comments. Oh, hey. All right, good. Ron, hopefully John's enjoying this too. Hope, let me know what you guys are drinking. The 10. All right, Jeff pulls up. He's got the 10. Let me know what you think. It's for a $45 bottle. You're getting 10 years. It's kind of like, maybe I can compare that to a Eagle Rare 10, same years. I think they're both 90 proof, so it's pretty close in comparison. Price, the price is about the same. Age is about the same. Proof is about the same. So it's what you like better, basically. So I'm going to take a sip of the Russells and let you know, and then I'll look down at the comments so you guys don't give me a hard time. Yeah, and I just cracked that bottle open, so it's going to lighten up a little bit. But it's a lot of cinnamon, a lot of brown sugar on that thing. With a little bit of leather, it's good. It's a easy drinking. You could be an everyday drinker. You can mix it, Mike. I know you the last time you kind of wanted to know how to make old fashions and mixing cocktail thing. You could probably mix it in with that. That's something that has to do with bourbons. So, okay, Bullet Rye, nice. And Ron's drinking the Larceny, sweet. Yeah, with the like Jeff said, Wild Turkey, and they can keep their prices relatively low because they pump out so much volume that the prices don't really go crazy. You can go get an Eagle Rare. A rare breed, for, 55-ish, $60. You can get the 10, you can get the Barrel Select, the Russell's Barrel Select, the red label one. And they're probably about $65, $70, maybe a little bit more, but they're all relatively in a close range. And I think that's what's good about the Wild Turkey products, because and then you can go, if you want, you get a 101, which is going to taste good. And that's going to be what, $25, maybe 30. You can probably get them on sale for $18, $19. It's just no deal. Yeah, no, you're not going to get any deal on the Russells. You're not going to get any. Now, I know Paul sent me a picture of what he kind of showed me what he was working on. And I'll show you guys this thing. Jesus. And he's probably out by his pool. I'm going to put this right dead smack. Come on, focus. That is what Paul showed me he had going on. Just bend my arm a little bit. Yep. I told him it was going to be the Four Roses, and he was pretty excited about the straight rye. And I'm interested in the straight rye. I bought it. Got it for MSRP, got lucky with it, and just kind of put it on the shelf and, kind of wandered off, but I never really got around to it. But I'm glad, Paul mentioned it. You look at bottles in your cabinet, you're like, do I want to open it yet? Hey, they're meant for drinking, so to enjoy. All right, Chestnut Farms. Yeah, not bad. I think that's Barton Distillery there. Trying to get something. Sure, Paul. Want to impress. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the, I don't know if you guys got the Four Roses. I don't know, Jeff. I know you got the Russell's 10, but I'm going to go with the Four Roses. Yeah, with the Four Roses, you're getting more of like the toasted flavor on this one. And I know the single barrels are all going to be a little bit different, but it's different. And on the Four Roses, I'm getting that apricot that they put on the back, but not all of the Four Roses, I noticed single barrels have that on the back. Some did, some didn't. So I'm just not 100% sure on if it was just certain releases had it or what. Give you a little description, which is cool. So I've learned not to go, but all right. So I've had a sip on each. Two completely different bottles. But I like the Russells. I've always been pretty much a Wild Turkey fan, but if something else is good, I got to say it. But this was, I think I'm going to go with the Russell's 10 on this. I don't know what you guys think. Leave some comments. So all right, hey Dennis, how's it going, man? Red Breast for Racer X6. He's working a red breast. Nice, very good. And Dennis is Chill Mantis. He's got a little channel going on Twitch. If you guys ever go over, and get a chance to do that. Yeah. I know Paul has a bunch of red breasts and Jeff has a bunch of red breasts. The scary part is, yesterday I was up in Washington State, went to the Total Wine. What a ripoff. I got hosed there. Oh, and they had a red breast 21. They wanted $1,200 for it. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, red breast 27, $1,200. We pitched in and got Jeff for, his retirement, a red breast 27, and that was $600. And I thought that was a lot, but now it's doubled, so it's doubled what, year and a half, Jeff, roughly? You been done? Oh yeah, no, you guys are ripping on the comments. I'm trying to keep up and I'm just talking, doing whatever I can. I'm skipping over a lot of things. And because you guys are yelling at me for looking down, I don't want to look down. I'm afraid to look down. I think you guys might do something to me if I do look and see if I creep that up. Yeah, there's no way I can do that. Yeah, there's no way I can prop that up any higher because you guys are just... Yeah, Mike, that is Dennis. Chill Mantis is Dennis. Yep, he jumped in on it. Trying to stick a couple, books underneath here, creep it up a little higher. But so with the two of these things, two different flavors, two different tastes, two different flavors, both very good. But I like the way the Russells taste compared to the Four Roses. So yeah, so my little trip, up to the Total Wine there, it was very disappointing and even more upsetting when I got to the checkout line. I picked up a few bottles. Come on. All right. Well, hey, Dennis, no, I did not vote for Camelot. Did not. Nope. Sorry. Make the font bigger. No, I can't make the font bigger. Maybe I should put my glasses on. Might help. But so I go in there, noticed almost every bottle they had in there was probably $10, $15 more, just based off the price, the MSRP price. Then when I got to checkout, I'm looking at the thing as she's scanning all the stuff up. I had her take actually 2 bottles out of my little batch thing that I doubled up on. Got the receipt. Well, the receipt up there, they charge you $2.83 per bottle, whatever, DEP or DEF or something like that, 43. I'm assuming it's a tax. And then I'm looking at the tax and you're trying to calculate real quick, what 10%, this, 10, 8, 10, whatever. I'm like, God, this is very expensive. I get back, I'm looking at the receipt again, and they tax you on the tax on each bottle, but yet the tax up there is 20% because Washington, basically what they do is they tax 20% on any alcohol that's over like 22%, 24%, 18% or something like that. So I got hosed with the taxes. So they got me good. They got me real good. So transient tax. Yeah, it could be, you know. Yep. So it hurt bad. It hurt, but you know what? I got some really good bottles. I got a bunch of Penelopes. I got the Redwood Empire, the weeded one, and then I got a because I like the one that I tasted at Ron's house, the Dark Arts. Very good bottles, though. They're worth it. I'm glad because I wouldn't be able to get them anywhere else. And I figured out that Seal Box, the place where you can order booze, yeah, they don't deliver. I tried to order something. They popped up, hey, limited edition. I jumped on there and I went to go pay with Apple Pay and it says, change your address. I'm like, I don't want to change my address. You know, I want you to ship it to my house. But I tried it again. Nope, change your address. I'm like, so then I had to, Google that all up and yeah, they don't ship. There's like 11, 12, 13 states or something like that they don't deliver to. So I was asked out. So can't get stuff delivered. So with all those taxes on booze, no wonder why everyone up in Washington smokes weed, and drink beer. It's cheaper. Spont Dark. Yeah, no, when I was up at your house last time, I said, hey, I got to try the Dark Arts because someone that followed me, some guy out in Florida, he goes, hey, look, try Dark Arts. It's good. And then I tried the one at Ron's house. It was very good. It's one with some special French staves that were in there, oak, so it was very, very good. So still sipping on these things, still working them. But, I'm trying to look down, Paul. Yeah, no, I wish one day I will figure out how to send you guys a URL type code so you can jump in the conversation and I can put you on the screen. I will figure that out. I'm not an IT guy. I think it's possible. I think I could probably do it, but I got to do some research on it. And I'm just happy to be able to go from camera to camera, pull up a thing like this, do something like this, So it's baby steps. Yeah, it'd be cool to be able to bring you guys up, have like different squares of where you guys, are interacting with me while it goes out. So in the meantime, you get me glancing down at the chat, talking shit. So that's basically it. Yeah, no, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. Yeah, the image, you do a lot of photography. You know what it's like. Lighting does helps out quite a bit, helps with the camera sensors and everything like that, really pops things out. If you look over there, you get more of an orange light. You look over here, you get more of a blue light. Up top, you got, it kind of shines up. Back over here, right there, you got light, and there's another light just off of the frame there. It's kind of light. It brings it up, and I actually got the main light up here, and I got a backup light over here, which is, keeps, this side not so dark. And I got it actually pointed down because it actually overpowers the other one. So I'm learning as I go, and the audio, it's one of those things. The more times you do it, the better you get at it, and better it looks. And now I got to fix my mouth, get that thing running right, and we'll be off to the races here. But with these two things, so last live stream was on the 10th I woke up the following day, which, that was a Monday, woke up the following day. And my lip was fucking killing me right in here. But not on the lip part, but deep inside. I'm like, dude, maybe I'm going down. This is it. I'm going to have some strange thing happening to me. But it was sore. I'm like, man, did the missus whack me in the face with a pan or a stick or something while I was sleeping? Maybe I was snoring, but so you walk around the house and lips, kind of sore. Looking out of the corner of my eye, see if she's looking at me funny, to see, she, with her stupid, give me a stupid face and go, aha, you hit me with something. But yeah, I didn't say anything of it. Kept, doing what I was doing. I end up, Paul, you're killing me. Let me just finish this up. So I didn't say anything of it, and I'm going to bed that night. I'm like, God, it feels like my upper lips feels kind of swollen. Go to bed, wake up, my lip and my face is all swollen. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? So, I look at Stephanie and I go, hey, I think my face is a little swollen. She goes, oh yeah, it is. But she hit me with something. She's got a poker face. So I call my local nurse, my daughter, Madeline. I go, hey, sweetie, what do you think? You think, she goes, you get bit by something? No. But it was just sore to touch. So I end up, she goes, hey, just go to the doctors and see what they say, because, it's the airway, it's important. So I end up going to the doctors. And they go, well, have you been to the dentist? I go, yeah, I was just there a couple months ago. I'll call them when I get out of here. So they prescribe me some antibiotics. Call the dentist up, cruised on over there. They look at me, and I could tell the nurse there kind of knew. She touched something, took an x-ray. I got a bum tooth, so I had to get a root canal. But my face is swollen, killing me. I told them, hey, I got antibiotics from the doctors. They end up, scheduling me the following week. Well, at first they scheduled me, oh yeah, about like 4 weeks out. I go, no, there's no way. You got to get me in to get this thing taken care of. So I had, luckily she moved some people around, got in, 4 or 5 days later. So the weekend comes, and yeah, she, you live with her long enough, you could tell when she's bullshitting you. She gives you that stupid face, and you kind of know what happens. So throughout the weekend, it's just swollen. I had a phone call. I was talking, and all of a sudden I go, man, what the hell is that bad? I got a real bad taste. So I get off the phone, I go in the bathroom, and I just put my hand up there to look, and all this pus is coming out between the gum and the tooth. I know this is getting too much. So I call my local, nurse again, Madeline. I go, hey, look, Maddie, this is what's happening. What do I need to do? Do I need to go to the doctors? She goes, well, do you have a fever? No. Or is your heart rate going? No. She goes, okay. But if your heart rate speeds up, you get a fever, you probably have septic, and if it gets to your brain, it's going to kill you. I'm like, holy shit, do you tell all your patients this crap? Because you just scared the shit out of me. So now, throughout the rest of the day, I'm worried I'm going to drop dead. She goes, oh yeah, no, if you start talking crazy stuff and, mumbling and, just losing your mind, you've got septic in your brain and you're probably going to die. I'm like, holy shit, she just gave me a death wish here. Man has hairy legs. So I call her back and I go, hey, surprised to hear me? I'm alive. I kind of stuck it out and didn't go to the, thing, but it did this end up after all the antibiotics started kicking in, swelling went down. And now you got this mug right here, back to normal. Oh, well, I end up getting a root canal. I'm good as new, so I'm back at it. Hey, all right, corn pop, move on. All right, well, Yep. Well, the funny thing is too, I kept drinking while I was doing it because it fucking sucked. It hurt so bad with this lip. So, all right, Paul, since you're talking a lot of shit, Mike's jumping into, I don't know, Mike, what are you drinking? I know Mike's having something to drink, but, Paul, you're just going. I'll be working over to your E.H. Taylor here soon. See, I got to write things down because I forget. And you guys are giving me a hard time. I missed half the chat. But with Matt has hairy legs, I don't know how he would know that. I really don't. You know, yeah, we hung out in Kentucky, but I didn't think you were checking my legs out because of it. But, you know, you bunked with your brother too. So, yeah, but that was a fun trip though. Wrong things in my mouth. I just, what it was a tooth that was just going to take its time. I got punched in the face when I was 13 years old. So what, 41 years ago. Tooth was always dead. It was just a matter of time. And that's what the dentist said. It was just going to be a matter of time. And it just happened a week and a half ago. So that's what happened. All right, Mike, Woodford Reserve. Nice. Good. It's good. You know, and the Woodford double oak for 200 and something bucks. I just can't see to get that. You'd be better off just getting the double oak for 45, 50 bucks. You know, the double oak, Woodford Reserve's good. Yeah, no, Woodford's great. A lot of people, you know, crap on that, but it's actually pretty damn good, especially the double oak. I really liked it. I don't know why you calling me Joe Biden, but you know, hey, I admit it. I do forget stuff. I will forget stuff, and I think it's just, you know, I'm a good partner. That's what I am. You know why? Because I forget, and I can just tell you the truth because I forgot. Not that I'm trying to lie, but I actually forgot. So, Crown Blackberry. Funny you say that. I actually got a bottle of that. I got a Crown Blackberry. And I got like another one. I got 3 of them back there because the lady at the liquor store basically sold it to me. And it's one of those Mercy buys so you can get, you know, some good bottles down the road. So I did it. I got it in case people want more sweet stuff. It's just way too sweet. You know, it just, you know, the Crown Black, I think it's black. Yeah, Crown Black. It's actually pretty good. It's not bad. Let's call the podcast. All right. Kamala Woods. Yeah. Yeah. No, I ain't going to be able to do that one. All right. I finished both these glasses. I don't know what you guys are up to, what glasses you guys are working on right now. 38 minutes in, and I can cross that off. Oh, you guys get, I know Paul did. I don't know if Jeff did, but the USA Canada, that was a good first game. Second game, yeah, they won in overtime. That's one thing good about hockey. You know, any team can beat any team, and that's what's fun about hockey. You know, you can have the worst team put a beating to the best team. Not like any other sports where, you know, just dominance happens. It's, you know, I'm glad US, you know, picked 3 fights right off the get go. You know, it's the way it works. Boo our national anthem. You get the, you know, fight our boys. So. Well, you know, it's the word salad. No, hey Kelly, you're doing fine. Don't worry. If I had a screen, which they probably make, that I can put right here, I will never ever have to look down. But you know, that puts the actual chat up there. Like I said, I had a monitor. It took a crap. I had to send it back. Haven't got the new one yet. It's going to be much closer. So I will just look down like this. In the meantime, you guys talk all the shit you want. I'm working through it. I'm going to work through it. So, hey, the next bottle I am going to be pulling out here is going to be the E.H. Taylor. Paul, are you ready for the E.H. Taylor? Jeff, I know you got the straight rye. I know you. And Mike, maybe Ron, do you have any E.H. Taylor up there? This thing here, E.H. Taylor straight rye. I got to say, E.H. Taylor does the best with the packaging. I think it's cool. I think it's everyone knows what it is. So it's, and the bottle, it's one of those iconic type bottles. And a little story, if I'm getting it right, E.H. Taylor was the one that kind of started the whole bottle on bond thing going on because people were getting sick from the bathtub whiskeys, you know, way back when. And I think they got something on the back where E.H. Taylor, the whiskey was done. I think the bottle and bond thing happened in like, I want to say 1897-ish. I could be off. But, you know, it's a bottle and bond. Straight rye. Bottle and bond, 100 proof. And that's what the rules are. It's got to be at least 4 years, 100 proof. And it's monitored by U.S. government. They really aren't monitoring it. So, all right, so this is actually going to be a fresh crack on this. I have a few small batch E.H. Taylors, don't have the rye. Okay. Well, sorry, Ron. Just, you know, if you want to join in, I'm just going to pour me a glass of this. It's, you know, I've heard people kind of talk down to this. There's mixed. All the ones, even the 10-year and the Four Roses single barrel, they're good for the price. This thing $80, but you can't really, you're not going to find it that easy. But it happens. And with the expansion of the Buffalo Trace distilleries, you know, you're going to be getting a whole lot more probably availability probably in the next 2-3 years, you know, based on the production and stuff. So, and this, hopefully the price goes down and you can probably get it for $50-$60. So I'm going to go put this thing up over here. Oh, Mike. All right. Mike just sent me a text. I can only imagine. Maybe I'll crack. Oh, all right. Good for you, Mike. Wait. Yeah. What do you got there, Mike? Yeah, you got a small batch. Good for you, Mike. Yeah, crack it open. It's good. I guarantee a lot of people, you know, want to go for all the fancy E.H. Taylor bottles and, you know, the Warehouse C and the really hard ones to get. You know, they're only going to make probably 500 bottles of it, and good luck trying to get it. But, you know, the small batch is great. The single barrels are great. It's just everything E.H. Taylor makes is pretty damn good. It's all good. So it's worth it. The McKinnon 10-year. Oh, yeah. No, the McKinnon, I have one, but it's in the bins. This baby here. Yeah, I know. I got the, let me change so you guys can get the top of the bottle there. There you go. Yeah, this baby here, it's very, very good. And I haven't had the rye yet. Haven't done it yet. But this, so the E.H. Taylor, even the small batch, anything E.H. Taylor makes is going to be good. It's consistent. And even Jeff, I know we've talked about it. Jeff even said it's probably one of his favorite Buffalo Trace line that's out there. Yeah, and the McKenna's great. It's McKenna, it's Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill, they make some really good stuff, And for the price, $40-$50. There's another one, 10-year bottle for that amount. You can't go wrong. You know, a lot of people, you know, you go in there and you look at like a Total Wine. They got thousands and thousands of bottles, and a lot of people just don't know what they're looking at. But it's trial and error. You know, how much, you know, Jeff, Paul, Ron, me, anyone has bought a bottle that it looks cool, but it just tastes like crap. I've had a few of those things, and you just kind of have to do some research before you get it a little bit. And now there's dime a dozen. There's, you know, whiskey reviews, stuff like that. You can look online. You can get some good information before you buy it, you know, and you can buy it. You can, you know, buy it at a bar, or you can pass on it. You know, and if you're kind of curious about stuff, take some notes on what you kind of want to check. Pay it at a bar, see if you like it. It's worth it, because it's not worth, getting completely ripped off, paying $100 for a bottle. It's like the Remus Gatsby. I would say, since like the Remus Repeal bottles, great bottles. I've got a couple fives, like a 4, a 3. I haven't even opened them. I've had the 5. I think I got a 6, but that was it. And ever since then, I kind of look at some reviews and, stuff online before I buy it. And everyone's been pretty disappointed. And I think once they kind of switched from MGP to Ross and Squibb, I think they changed the master distiller and all that stuff, and just things kind of went downhill. And like the Gatsby, you're taking a chance on a $230, $240 bottle. Do you want to take a chance on a bad tasting bottle for $240? No, you don't. And I almost bought it, and the one that just came out in 2024 didn't do very well, and I'm glad I didn't. It's a cool bottle, but it's just the flavors. It's not all that. Yeah, no, it's the yeah the bottles. Yeah, I be honest with you, I did a shitty job packing my bottles. I really did, but they made them all. All of them made it across. So I was actually shocked that it did it. So, all right, for this E.H. Taylor. Whew. All right, E.H. Taylor. Obviously, Buffalo Trace, straight rye, mash bill, and disclosed, but it's the Buffalo Trace high rye mash bill. But no one really knows, because Buffalo Trace doesn't tell you. They won't tell you what any of their mash bills are. But some say high, it could be 61. Some people say high, it could be 95 rye. I don't know what high is to them, so I can't really say anything. Proof 100, it's a bottle on bond, $80. I paid for it, I think $78. I'm rounding it up, and it's going to be at least 4 years. If I had to guess, it's probably 4 to 6 years. And yeah, that's it. I think that's all I need to say. So it's the story behind E.H. Taylor. You basically help get that the bottle and bond aspect of it, so people don't die. So I'm going to go on the nose here. Got a lot of pepper right off the nose. My nose is so screwed up. It's been broken. I'm not great on the nose, but I don't know, Paul. I know you have this. Buffalo Trace, Ron. Or Sazerac, if you want to say. Sazerac goes Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace is the distillery that makes E.H. Taylor. I don't know. I might get some clove on the nose there. So I'm going to take a sip on this thing. Oh my God, wrong pipe. Wrong pipe. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, my Lord. Oh, well, that's one way of getting the flavor to you. All right, you get some rye and ginger, a little bit of ginger and a little clove and pepper. But that's good. It's subtle, but it kind of coats, but it doesn't coat. But the finish ain't too long, but as the finish is just kind of like a light cinnamon clove type flavor. Wow. That is unique. I didn't expect that. I didn't really know what to expect. Yeah, no, it was, yeah, it was wrong pipe. I'm good. I'm back at it. Thought that was the end of me. Whew, make my eyes water. Yeah, no, this, I expected more of like a rice spice pepper type, thing that you kind of expect. But with this, because I remember with the small batch and the single barrels, you get like a licorice flavor. But this, I'm getting more like a ginger, like a clove, like a, I'm going to go again. I'm going again. I think this one might be the one that I kind of pour twice because it's pretty damn good. And I can't believe some people kind of shit on this thing. Yeah, the whole root canal thing, I'm good. I'm back in the game. I'm good, coach. Put me in because as soon as they did the root canal, I felt like a champ. So I'm at it. I'm good. A miracle on ice. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. All right, guys. I can't wait to get that monitor so I can just keep looking at you and talking shit like it's no one's business. I'm going to do it. Yeah, ginger and clove. That's what I'm getting. A lot of it with some cinnamon. And it kind of sits there and kind of settles and not like overpowering on the finish. It's hanging good, but it coats, but the last thing you're getting is a little bit of, I want to say leather, clove, and ginger. And really not a whole lot of rye spice. I think the rye spice I get is kind of like a tingling on the palate there. This thing's it. All right, guys, it's all up to you. I'm done. I'm going to let you guys run the show. No, the straight rye is not spicy whatsoever. None. I'm not getting any like baking spice, any hardcore rice spice. I'm not even getting, sorry, but I'm not getting any dill on this. A lot of rice, you'll get some dill. The thing that's standing out on this is the ginger and a little bit of clove. And it's just because that's usually something you don't get in bottles, but it's something that what's great about rye is you get these different flavors out of these type of rye compared to the regular bourbon whiskeys and things like that. Because the bourbon whiskeys, you're just going to get the vanillas, you're going to get the brown sugars, you're going to get the caramels, you're going to get the oak, you're going to get the leather, and you're going to get the tobacco. That's just the foundation of a lot of these bourbon whiskeys that are in there. Sometimes you get, some different flavors in there, but like with rye, it's, depending on what rye, and I'm not a distiller or master distiller. Oh my God. But the rye produces strange flavors, not strange, but different flavors that you get on the palates, compared to the bourbon whiskeys. A lot of people really don't like rye. I don't know why. I love rye because you get these out of normal flavor notes that really, pique your palate's interest. I think it's good. Uncrustable. Yeah. You guys. Well, you guys keep. You know what? I love it. I love you guys in the chat just throwing. Yeah, clove is a spice. Clove is a spice, but it's not like a harsh, like a harsh rye or a pepper or something. They get all these different things, blending together, and they just make some good stuff. Jesus Christ. I don't know why she's typing me. God damn it. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I got the youngest asking a question. Oh, all right. Jeff's got something going on here. Hang on. Let me see what he's working on. The rare character present single barrel, mission wines and spirits. All right. So this is what Jeff is drinking. I'll put that up on the screen. Focus. There we go. That is what Jeff's drinking, and I'm sure it's pretty good. It's a straight bourbon whiskey, cask strength, 119.12 proof. It's a single barrel series. So I don't know. I've seen the bottle, but I don't. Rare character. So is it called rare character, or is that the name of the bottle? I don't know. Or is it tobacco? I don't know what the name of the actual bottle is. You're gonna have to help me. But it's good to see me on your screen. It's coming through. It's working. I'm going to jump out. Ask Daddy if Daddy died. No, no. I saw you say something because we have an issue. Me, Jeff, and Ron. Ron, and Paul. We're all on a group chat. And since I'm kind of off, the reservation a little bit here, I have a few group chats. Everyone's got iPhones. Everything works great. In that chat, Ron's got a Nextel, click to chirp, where you hit it twice and you can talk like a walkie-talkie. He's got one of those type, Palm Pilot, whatever phones, and it's an Android. So I tried to figure out it. I don't get the text, and because I'm going through Wi-Fi calling and Wi-Fi messaging and stuff like that because I have no cell service where I'm at. So when I get in town, I get like 120 messages, and 60 of them are from that group chat when they're having a good time, having a blast. So, oh, Sean. Hey, Sean H. I appreciate you in here, dude. I went and scored me a Penelope Havana because you brought it up the last live stream, and I had to get it. I haven't opened it up yet, but I will do a review, and probably on the next live stream, I'll do a little chat on that. I got that. I got the Valencia, and I got the Toasted. And with the Toasted, it's a Total Wine. So the regular Toasted, I think it's like 90 proof, maybe 100 proof, and the Total Wine's 116 proof. So it's cask strength. So hopefully it's good. So just because you, Sean, I end up, spending a boatload on taxes and things like that to get that bottle. But yeah, I kind of looked things up, and everyone says it's great. It's cool. Yeah, with that thing there, even on the smell, I get the ginger and the clove. And then on the taste, same thing. And it's very subtle. It's cool. It's like a slow moving freight train from the front of the palate to the back, but it's slow. It's not hauling ass, and it just kind of settles. It's not knocking the back of your palate off, but it's subtle, but it's hanging around. So yeah, Nashville Barrel is good. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, no. So, Ron, trying to save face, he's just trying to point fingers at me, and he knows that it's his phone that's screwing up the chat. So our little chat, he knows it. And I'm not, it's like arguing with the liberal. You're not going to win because they're just so dug in. You just, kind of roll with it. Shit, there've been many times where I try to call him, he can't answer because it doesn't work. So hey, get an iPhone. I'm sure your wife's got an iPhone and it works just fine. So make it work for you, Ron. Oh, okay, here we go. Let me see. Jeff sent me another one. He's on a bottle number 2. Oh, he's got a couple of these things. Rare character. Okay, so it's rare character. The name stitched to the rare character right. Okay, so it's rare character, and then this is his second one. He's working on a single barrel series straight rye. So he's, man, Jeff's putting them back. Man, he's just trying to keep up. Come on. There we go. That's the rye that he's working. So no, I think these things, the smaller, craft distilleries and stuff, that's where you're going to get some really good bottles. They're the hidden gems. Oh, and then I think from the text that Paul has went from E.H. Taylor straight rye over to the Old Forester 1924. Okay, he's working the 1924. For some reason, I can't get that thing, but that's what he's working on. So I like mixing it up there. All right. So if none of you guys, don't see it, Ron Lopez and Paul Lopez, they're brothers. It's a, Ron just doing Ron and Paul doing Paul. But, I think obviously Paul's the younger one and got to deal with Ron. But all you got to do is switch, get a new phone, man. It's going to work. Then our group chat works great. You got to wait till I get into cell service in town. Then I get all the texts. But they work directly, like me to Paul or me to Ron. It works, but it's just that group chat. I don't know. The IT people up above, the cell service, Wi-Fi service and all that stuff. I don't think they can splice it right. So I don't know. I don't work in that industry, so I have no clue. I have no clue how that works. I like drinking this rye. It's almost like the Frank August, the Missionara series case study. I can't remember 2 or 3, the Missionara barrels. It kind of almost has that flavor to it. That lighter, like a ginger type clove spice to it. It's reminding me, that's what popped in my head, the Frank August Missionara. I did a review on that, probably about a year ago. Frank August, if you can get any of those bottles, they're great. They're great. They're great tasting bottles. Jeff had one. I can't remember what it was. That thing was great too. It tasted at his house. So good. Single barrel and the small batch, they're all good. And I think they came out with a rye. If I saw that, I'd probably pick that up as well. Yeah. 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 No, kind of glancing down, checking out the comments. Yep. Ron, I know. Sometimes you probably get a good deal, probably better than the service that you have. Just get it. Get an iPhone. You got a reason. The phone works great. Apple did us all good. It's a great phone. Android's got way more problems. Android system has way more problems than the iPhones. iPhone actually has a self antivirus thing in there. Androids don't, so you got to pay for a antivirus thing for the Androids system. It's kind of like a Dell or a Mac. Not like a Mac, but a Dell type system. You're gonna have issues. Apple, they do it right. God, I poured a fat one here. That thing just keeps going. Ask your mom. Ask your mom. Yeah. I get, crazy text from my youngest. She's doing good as an adult, but, struggling as well. The youngest, love her to death. She's my little hippie type girl, but, she'll be okay. Sorry, guys. I'm texting. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So it's nonstop. It's one kid or the other or the other. It just keeps coming. Yeah, Frank August is great, and the bottle's cool. Like for a decanter, it's got a heavy top. That top is like 4 pounds. You can kill somebody with it if you need to. Yeah, small batch. It's only you tried it at a small batch at a bar. Tastes great. The single barrel is good, and their case studies are good, even better. So it's Frank August does it right. Yeah, the Mitsunara. The Missionara barrels, it's basically a special oak that they have. And what makes it expensive with the Mitsunara, the oak barrels, it takes a long time to grow and it's kind of more of a windy type thing. So it's very hard to get those type of barrels. So when you do, that's what makes they're highly sought after and very hard to get. But they produce a very sweeter, lighter flavor profile out of those barrels than the regular oak barrels that we have here. So it's one, the barrels are the wood's a little more rare, but it produces a different flavor that comes out of it. That's basically what the Missionera. It's a Japanese wood. It's good. I like it. And I'm sure that's probably why the Missionera bottle was probably a little more expensive than the single barrel. I think, with Frank August, you could probably get the small batch for $80. You probably get the single barrel for 120. The Missionera and the other one was like 140, 145-ish on a good day. So you're going to pay, you got to pay for what they pay. The cost is going to be passed down to the consumer. And us drinking, we will pay all kinds of fucking crazy shit because we've been drinking. It's like going shopping on Amazon when you've been drinking. Who knows? I've had times where I've looked at the orders and I'm like, dude, I ordered that. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But, it's coming. Amazon will deliver. Yeah, no, I am butchering the Mitsunara. I could probably call my daughter-in-law. She probably says it right. Mitsunara. Mitsunara. That's the best I can do. I don't speak Japanese very well. I can probably call my daughter-in-law and she will probably tell me. I don't know. Dennis is probably off the chat right now. But I could probably text him and tell him, hey, how do I could probably ask him, go, hey, dude, what's, are you on the thing? Yeah. I don't know why I'm hearing something here. I don't know why. Why I'm hearing. All right. This audio message stuff sucks because I didn't touch anything, but for some reason I'm getting an audio message and I'm wondering who's speaking to me. I'm losing my mind. I think my kids are after me. Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, God. But yet, my youngest creates the most headaches with me. So I'm sorry. Now, we're talking about Paul's wife, Japanese. She's making fun of me because I'm saying Mitsunara, barrels. It's a wood in Japanese. Ask how you would say it. Obviously, you can't. If you want to call me, I will, put her on the air and she will say it. If that works. Mitsunara. Yeah, no, I'm saying it. Yeah. Just trying to work this thing out here. All right, I got a question for you, Paul. And I don't know if you're scarred from it now, but when you go in the bathroom, do you lock the door? Because you're afraid that you'd be ambushed by Ron if you left the door unlocked, while you're still doing your business. I don't know. I was, I had to lock the door because I, learned my lesson the hard way with an older brother. Yeah, he came in, ambushed me. I was vulnerable, What the fuck is going on? All right, I got Dennis calling me. My boy Dennis, I'm going to put you guys on real quick. If he answers, I don't know why.
Hello?
Hey, how do you say it? Have my say it. It's a wood.
Hey, I'll say it for you. It goes, Mizurunara.
Oh, God. Say it like you're supposed to.
Say it. Mizurunara.
Mizunara?
Yeah.
It's a wood.
I don't know why.
What?
It's a wood. Did you show her how, what to say?
Hold on.
She's looking it up. And this is for Paul and Kelly.
Mizunara.
Mizunara?
What do you mean, Mizunara?
My dad's trying to figure out how to say it.
Oh, just Mizunara.
Mizunara?
Yeah, but I don't know that mean. Is this name?
Yeah, what is it, Dad?
It's a wood.
It's a wood?
Yes.
Okay.
Just Mizunara.
Yeah, she just says it's just Mizunara.
Okay, there you go. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Peace.
Bye. There you go. Miss Sonara. I think I'm right. Saying it. Yeah, but Paul, I've been watching Cobra Kai 100%. 100% I'm saying it right. Mitsunara. It's an oak. Japanese oak. So yeah, no, I see now I'm getting bombarded by my kids. Oh, good Lord. No, Madeline, I'm not being racist. Kelly, Paul's wife, is part Japanese. So Kelly's telling Paul that's telling me that I'm saying it wrong. So I went to the source, to who is Japanese, and she said it pretty much kind of like what I said. So I'm saying it right. So that's the way it works. There you go, Maddie. Oh my God. See, I'm getting hit by all kids, the boy, girl, and girl, Yeah, no, we got pretty deep here, I'm going to blame that one on Paul. Has nothing to do with being racist, but and Maddie's just she's racist. Okay, Maddie, stop. Yeah, it's nothing to do with race. It's just how you say it. It sounded to me like I was saying it kind of Italianish, but I think I'm saying it the right. It's an hour. It's a wood. It's Japanese wood, oak wood that is very expensive and stuff like that. All right, guys, let me know if you guys want me to grab a different bottle I don't know, if you guys want to throw some suggestions out, but I might just go back and go for another sip of this because it's pretty good. I like the flavors on it. Different strokes. Yeah, no, Maddie's not commenting. She's sending it to me personally. Maddie, just step on the chat and say something, please. Talk some shit. No, I'm not Jeff. There you go. You got it. I'm gonna go pour me another. You know what? I'm gonna crack open a Eagle Rare. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, I got a. Oh, there we go. All right, we got the chat going pretty good because Maddie stepped in there. She texted me. She's doing all kinds of stuff. And I just having a tough time. That's one thing about Eagle Rares. We open this stuff up. The 10-year, 90 proof Eagle Rare. I don't think you can go wrong with it. But this, I got all kinds of stuff going on here. I got the chat. Oh, Madeline says hi. Oh, Jeff, miss you guys. All right, sweet. All right, so it's not too much of a fight going on there. No, Maddie basically grew up with Jeff, and it's all tight family, so it's fun. Maddie's my girl. All my girls have attitudes. They pop off regardless. And I'm going to put this thing up real quick. Hang on. There we go. We got the Eagle Rare 10. I think they just come out with an Eagle Rare 12. That'd be nice to get, but I don't think I'll ever be able to because it'd be very difficult to get. But Eagle Rare is great for a $40 bottle. I don't know how they are able to make it a $40 bottle, but they make it a $40 bottle. Tastes great. If you saw this, I'd grab this over anything. I would say even grab this over the Russell's 10. I would. If I had to choose, I'd pick this over the Russell's 10. The Four Roses, I'd pick Eagle Rare. I just think it's an easy drinker for the price. Yeah, no, both Jeff and Maddie, both Maddie's my ginger in the family. She's straight up ginger. But yet she was so angry when she was young, dyeing her hair black. I just wanted to punch her in the face. Being a ginger, it's what, 5%, 8% of the population. Hard to come by. And I got a granddaughter, straight up ginger, hardcore red ginger. So I love it. I'm just going to read through some of these chats because I'm kind of winding down. I'm about an hour and 20 minutes into this. Yeah, no, well, okay. You guys are saying Hispanic? Yes, I am part Hispanic. My mother's maiden name, she is a ginger. My mother's maiden name is Rodriguez. What does that tell you? Part Hispanic. It's the way it works. Yeah. Whoa, Sean. Eagle Rare's $100 in New Jersey? That's horrible. Horrible. I wouldn't pay $40. I'd pay $40. That's it. God, New Jersey, God, why do these states do this? It's horrible. $100 for a Eagle Rare? Shit, we went up the coast to Cambria one time, stayed at a hotel, beautiful place in California, walked across the street, Highway 1, went to a liquor store. This guy had the nerve to tell me. I looked at the Eagle Rare, I go, hey, how much is the Eagle Rare? He goes, it's $99.99. I go, dude, it's a $35, $40 bottle. He goes, oh no, they stopped making it. I'm like, you just fucking lied to me. Yeah, but you only imagine who's behind the counter. Straight up lied. You know. So I'm like, yeah, I ain't buying that. That's rough. I'm sorry about that. You know, $100 for a Eagle Rare, that's terrible. Yeah, no, Jeff even goes, that's nuts. $100 for Eagle Rare. It's stupid. Eagle Rares, when I first started getting into it, they've gone up in price. They used to be, you get a good deal for $28 for an Eagle Rare. You know, price. I think the bourbon market is peaking and it's going to crash because everything is so expensive and they're actually laying off people, cutting back on personnel because the trend is over. You know, COVID's over. People aren't staying home drinking. The Gen Z people, you know, they're fucked in general, but they are, you know, they're the ones that, you know, Gen Z and the millennials, they really, you know, went crazy and bought all the Buffalo Trace because it was popular. So people are trying to make up for, you know, how much they're selling, you know, making products, this and that. And it's, you know, it's going to come crashing soon. So prices, I think, within, I'd say, a year or two are going to come down. I think they're actually going to come down. Usually prices of things keep going up regardless, but I think it's going to come down eventually. Yeah, $25 for an Eagle Rare. You can't, it's just, it's nuts. You know, it's, God, that's too bad, Sean. That's horrible. That just hurts too bad. Oh, Sean, I think I'm following you on Instagram. If all you guys out there, you know, I got it, you know, the Bourbon Banters 2020 on Instagram, follow me. But with all this stuff, hit the like buttons, do all this stuff, view my stuff. Cause you know, I'm not on the main feed, you know, I'm not the popular kid, but you know, do whatever you can to screw up the algorithm. So YouTube does their thing. But Sean, I think I was following you. Hopefully I'm following the right person. You guys had you know, your daughter had a softball tournament, you know, the past weekend or so. Just verify if that was you. Maybe it's another Sean H that you know. Oh, a tequila. You know, Jeff mentioned something about a tequila that was very good. You know, I really don't know much about tequilas. I really don't. I don't. You know, I know my weaknesses and I don't know much about tequilas. And my other weaknesses are, and I've learned from $110, you know, buy that I'm not a Scotch person. Irish is a little more tolerable, but it's hard. I just can't, you know, the peat is just terrible. I can't handle the peat. But with the tequila stuff, I really don't know much about tequilas. Yeah, no, the tequila, I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe, I don't know these forms or, you know, these social media type forms that kind of direct these people to do certain stuff. But tequila is just like with anything, like bourbons or, you know, vodkas, you know, Irish or, you know, Scotch stuff, you know, it's, you know, who decides this? Who decides what's popular? I don't know. Yeah, you know, the Old Forester rye is probably one of the better ryes, but you know, no, I'm not getting the peat on the Irish. I'm getting more of, you know, the pot still, which kind of almost gives you like that peaty taste on the flavor with the Irish. Because I know the Irish does more of like the pot stilling, multiple, you know, distillations on that stuff. But the peat, but there's a sea, you know, with the Scotch, it's like the seaside or whatever. It's more of the coastal Scotch stuff isn't so peaty. It's the Highland and the Lowlands that give you that peat flavor. You know, like Buchanan's is like nothing but chewing on grass. It's I don't know. The bottle I ended up buying, it was in whiskey barrels for a certain amount of time. I just give that to the mother-in-law. She likes Scotch, so you know she likes it. You know she likes Scotch, so I'll give it to the mother-in-law when she comes out. It's well worth it. It's something to have in the house. Oh yeah, no, you grabbed an Eagle Rare. Good for you. You know, Eagle Rares are good. Yeah, Eagle Rares. You know, if they're on sale, $28, $30, you buy like 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. It's good to have. You know, and I think I still have back in the chest there, the Eagle Rare barrel pick that I got from you, that I got from Ron. There you go. We got some trades going on here. Paul's willing to give up some Eagle Rares for Governors for a whiskey price. Yeah. You guys communicate. I don't know how you guys want to do that. Make it work. You know, I probably have maybe 5 or 6 Eagle Rares. You know, if you want to go through me, Sean, that's fine. Go through Bourbon Banters. I'll pass the information on to Paul and you guys. I've actually sipped a couple bottles out to Florida, you know, to Troy M, and he sent me a couple. Works fine. You can just email me if you need to, and I'll get to Paul and we can work stuff out. You know, no big deal. That way you don't get ripped off by the New Jersey price. Okay. That's what I figured. Okay, cool. So I'm actually following you back on Instagram. All I saw was a couple pictures of you at your daughter's softball games in Florida. It didn't look like New Jersey, so I'm assuming it was, you know, down south in Florida somewhere. I don't know what what Dennis wants me to send. Number of droppings. Yeah, no, I've actually shipped a couple, and you know, he shipped some out, shipped them back. It works fine. It's a push with the shipping prices. It works. You know, I've done it. You know, but if you Sean H, if you need to go through me, and I can go through Paul, and he can send you a couple bottles. You know, because it's you know, paying $100 in New Jersey for Eagle Rare, it's stupid. So, but that's how you build a community on, you know, helping each other out. Yeah. Yeah. If you can get to Pennsylvania and get the prices, but you know, sometimes you don't get them. I haven't seen up here where I'm at Eagle Rare. Oh no, I have. And it's $40. Ugh. Yeah, well, I don't know why Dennis would ask Paul for Eagle Rare. He knows I have them, so you know he could ask me. So he'll probably cut to the chase and come right to me. Don't worry, Paul. I'll deal with Dennis. So, all right, guys, I'm going to start wrapping this thing up. I'm about an hour and a half in, and you know it's fun watching the chat. And I know I look down. I'm not supposed to look down, but next time, hopefully in 2 weeks, I'm trying to do these things every 2 weeks. I'll do it again on Sunday. No football. You got me. I'll have a screen up so I don't have to really look down. So, yeah. Dennis, I will send you, I will send you a bottle. It's not a big deal. I got plenty of them. So you could talk to me at a later time. I will send it to you. Not a big deal. So I'm going to start wrapping this thing up. I'm about an hour and a half in. Hey, guys, thanks for jumping in the chat. Hopefully it looks good. I talked okay, besides looking down. But, you know, if you don't improve from people that critique you, you're not going to get better. You can't be thin skinned. You got to make yourself better, and you got to take criticism and you learn from them. So it's very important. And I guess that's just with anything in life. So I'm going to start working my way out of this thing and get going. I'm going to get some dinner and call it a night. So, hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do what you can. I got the review coming out probably tomorrow on the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass Rye. I just got to finish it up tomorrow and put it out. I already put the short out. Do what you can. Hit the like buttons. Hit the dislike button twice. Screw up the algorithm. Make it work for me. So, all right, guys, I'm going to be signing off. Thanks again for all you guys joining in. I will get this thing up and running again on 2 weeks from now, Sunday. I like to stick with Sunday if it works for all you guys. And I just want you guys to have fun. It's kind of like a community. The whole point of this is I kind of moved away from a lot of people, and this is my way of kind of getting back with you. I'll work on the technology to see if we can pull images up from you guys. I can send you guys a code and you guys can jump right in. But I got to work on that. I got to learn. I'm learning. I'm a 54-year-old guy learning IT. You don't do that. You learn that stuff when you're 15, 16, 17 years old. I'm just doing the best I can, keep myself busy, and less time I got to speak to her. So that's what I do. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you later. Read the chat after. You'll be entertained. All right. So the chat's cool. I don't know if you guys can get it after it ends. You might be able to, but hopefully it works. So thanks for tuning in, having a good time, Sean. You're a champ. Jeff, Paul, Dennis. I'm going to say who else? Jeff, Mike, Ron, John, everyone. I appreciate you guys jumping in. You guys made it fun. So yeah. Sean H, real quick before we go, if you need to send your contact info, send it to me as in an email to my email. I'll get it to Paul, and he'll send you a couple bottles, and you guys can exchange whatever. That's how it worked for me. That way, there's no money involved. You don't have to send, through Venmo or whatever. You just, hey, what bottles you got? You guys work it out, and it works out good. I got a couple good bottles. I sent a couple good bottles out to, Troy M. He was cool. You take a chance, but, people are honest, sharing bottles, and I get that Sean H has got to pay $100 for Eagle Rare. If you can get him a couple bottles, he can probably get stuff up there that you can't get in California. So, all right. Yeah, if you feel comfortable, just send it to my email on bourbonbanters2020@gmail.com. Send me whatever you need, and we'll go from there. All right. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching, and check out the new stuff that comes out. All right, later.